started in 5 to 7 minutes, so if everyone could get settled down and seated by then, that would be great. Outside, there's a QR code to the North Shore, so you can scan it, and that'll be like time to the city. So that's
No, it's in a reply. Wait, hold on. People might not have seen Yeah, yeah, I know. Just give the announcement and then we'll get started. I think the adults paid it back. Okay, alright, let's get started. Should is there, but they should be okay there. I just go and play Okay, it's not covered the entire stage. Okay, yeah, we'll fix it.
Just you wanted to cover
They're going to move it after. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mudra, and I will be your MC for today afternoon. On behalf of Mudra School of Dance and Guru Madangi Srinivasan, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the Mudra Annual Showcase 2026. Today, we celebrate the dedication and hard work of our young dancers who have spent the past year learning and growing in the beautiful tradition of Bharatanatyam. We are honored to have parents, family members, and friends with us this afternoon. Thank you for being here to encourage and celebrate these talented dancers. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping reminders. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones, and if you have little ones with you, we ask that they remain seated and not run around during the performances. We've also intentionally left a few seats open in the front rows so parents can come up to take photos and videos during their child's performance. We just ask you to remain seated while recording and be mindful not to block the view of those behind you. Thank you. Today's event begins with the Mushika Vagana Shloka Mala, a traditional invocation to Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles and the patron of arts and learning. Through this Shloka Mala, our youngest dancers offer prayers seeking blessings for a successful performance. We then bow our heads in prayer to Devi Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom and knowledge, Mahalakshmi, the mother of the entire universe, and the Dhyana Shlokam Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya, acknowledging Lord Shiva as the cosmic dancer, and the source of all art, movement, and expression. Every Mudra student starts their dance journey learning the Shloka Mala, almost like a rite of passage. And we have our little ones who are starting their Bharatanatyam journey this year performing this opening piece. Please welcome Adya, Parinika, and Sahasra.
దీన్ని కట్ చేస్తున్నాను
Thank you girls for that beautiful performance. At Mudra, students learning and performing the Jadiswaram is how they earn their bells or salangay. Students who have finished learning all their foundational adavus and traditional invocatory items like Pushpanjali and Kautamams move on to learning the complex and technical Jadiswaram, their first foray into thinking about rhythmic patterns, math and Bharatanatyam, and complicated footwork. We call this Salangay Puja. This year, Arya, Diya, Meda, and Arya are very excited to present to you their Jadiswaram and earn their bells. I call upon Guru Madhavi Srinivasan to come up on stage to formally present the students their Salangay.
Thank you, Mudra. First of all, welcome everyone, namaskaram. It's really nice to see all of you here helping celebrate our annual recital for 2026. As Mudra mentioned, this year, Arya, Diya, Meda and Arya are doing their Salangay Puja. We did the puja, in fact, a couple of days ago. They've been working really hard to earn their Salangay this year. They've learned Jadiswaram and put in a lot of effort, which they're waiting to show you. But before that, I want to formally present to them their certificate of completion of Salangay Puja as well as their Salangay. So please join me in giving them a big hand of applause. This is an acknowledgement of all the work they've done in the past few years, learning the foundational articles, and also encouragement to keep going as they learn the more technical pieces. And also as the little ones watch, this is to let them know it's coming as you learn your Jadiswarams and earn your bells and keep going through the years. So thank you.
Let's give these girls another round of applause to congratulate them on their skills and milestone. Now on to our next performance. The word Pushpanjali means an offering of flowers. This traditional Bharatanatyam opening piece is a respectful salutation to the divine, the guru, the musicians, and the audience. Please welcome Lakshmi, Meenakshi, Meera, and Shandi onto the stage. Thank you, girls, for that lovely performance. Now on to the Anjali. Anjali represents reverence, devotion, and gratitude. Through graceful movements and expressive gestures, the dancers offer their heartfelt salutations to the divine and to the audience. This piece is special as it was the very first dance performed by Guru Madhavi Srinivasan for the temple anniversary celebrations back in 2015, and it will be presented again next week by our students for the temple's 50th anniversary celebrations. Please welcome Lasya, Meenakshi, Charita, Yashvita, and Lasya. Thank you, girl. The Srimad Narayana devotional composition praises Lord Narayana, the preserver of the universe. The dancers portray the beauty, compassion, and majesty of the divine through expressive storytelling and rhythmic movement. Please welcome Nitya, Neha, Adya, Shrestha, Akshita, Avanti, and Viva. Jaziswaram is one of the pure dance pieces of Bharatanatyam, showcasing the intricate footwork, geometry, balance, and rhythm. Performed in the beautiful raga Hindulam, this piece highlights the dancer's growing understanding of technique. This is Arya, Diya, Veda, and Arya's first dance with her salangas on. Please welcome them to the stage. Our next presentation is a Pushpanjali composed in the vibrant raga Ayodhya. Combining devotion with energetic movement, this piece reflects joy and enthusiasm in worshiping Ganesha, the Vignahika. Please welcome Swapna on her first stage appearance as a Mudra student performing the Pushpanjali. Beautiful performance. The next composition belongs to the genre of Anruttasuram, straightforward classical Carnatic composition set to Western notes. Nottasarams have easy rhythmic patterns to follow, and today our beginner batch is back on stage to perform the adabus that they have learned to the music of the famous Nottasaram Shyamale Meenakshi. Please welcome them once again. I would now like to ask Guru Madhaki Srinivasan and her senior student Chinmay Sri Mandali to come on stage to talk about a special project that they've been working on. and abhinaya, which are expressions. During the training for my Arangutram, I had the opportunity to explore abhinaya and nritta to a greater extent. Jatishwaram is a piece with pure nritta, filled to the brim with complicated jatis and korvas. I learned the calculations and how to keep balam for each korva, which we practiced countless times to ensure perfection. Along with the Jatishwaram, the Varnam jatis were another roller coaster. Due to the Varnam having many karvas, which are little gaps that love to mess with the calculations, we had a lot of joy trying to decode and calculate them. During our debriefs, teacher would take her time and make sure I understood the jatis and its calculations thoroughly. Making this transition from executing the dance to actively learning the calculations expanded my perspective on any choreography I got. Instead of following and repeating what the teacher taught me to do, I started to truly understand the calculations behind the steps. This experience prompted us to write and apply for this grant, so teacher and I could continue this apprenticeship formally with quality time and space. Along with continued learning the calculations, I learned a very important skill, the Natyabangam. The Natyabangam is a major part of Bharatanatyam and essentially guides and at times dictates what a dancer is doing. The symbols I was playing today were what the Natyabangam is. So, the Natyabangam is not only used to recite a jati but also keeps the beat. So when I practiced with the dancers, it was a tedious task to stay on beat and make sure the dancers did too. I had a lot of fun learning how to execute it as well as getting the opportunity to teach and make a lot of new friends with so many other students. This entire experience has set me a new goal of being able to choreograph for others and myself. Although being a well-established dancer remains my number one priority, choreography and teaching have also gained value as I want to pass the knowledge to the future of this art. And in order to accomplish this goal, this apprenticeship has provided me with the foundational knowledge that was required. Finally, I would like to formally share my gratitude to the New York Council on the Arts for receiving this Folklore and Traditional Arts Apprenticeship Grant sponsored by New York Folklore, for allowing me to explore Natyabangam to a greater extent. A special thanks to Ellen and Anne for New York Folklore for all their help and support. Additionally, I would like to thank Madhuri teacher who provided abundant amounts of guidance and my fellow dancers who supported me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chinmay. And I would love to see Chinmay and other students explore this as well. Learn not just how to be a dancer, but go a little deeper, understand the calculations. We always do a little bit of that in each class, and as we go higher and higher, we try to take some time to do that. But that just, I think, extends their knowledge and depth beyond dancing to what is the technique behind it. And as Chinmay said, I would love to have a bunch of Mudra school dancers who then go on to teach other students as well. So we look forward to doing more with this project. We have a few more months and a few more engagements and assignments that we are excited to plan for this project. So we take great pleasure in sharing that with all of you. So thank you for your support. We'll get back to the program and the next dance.
Thank you, Chinmay and Guru Madangi. We're getting back to our dances with the Shiva Panchakshara. This powerful composition glorifies Lord Shiva through the sacred 5-syllable mantra Namah Shivaya. Through 5 beautiful shlokas, the dancers celebrate the many facets of Shiva. Once again, please welcome Meenakshi, Lakshmi, Myra, and Shani. Goddess Saraswati is the embodiment of wisdom, learning, music, and the arts. This next devotional piece seeks her blessings and celebrates the pursuit of knowledge. Please welcome Adya, Neha, Nitya, Vibha, Shrestha, Akshita, and Avanti back onto stage. Medha, and Arya's second dance in today's lineup. The Ranjani Mala is a vibrant and melodious composition that explores the beauty and mood of the Raga Ranjani. The dancers bring the music to life through expressive movement and
ladies, for that lovely performance. If we could have everyone please take their seats as we prepare for our next performance. And if everyone's younger children, if everyone's little ones could please stay seated and keep the volume down so we can listen to and watch these beautiful performances. All right, moving on to the Tilana. The Tilana is one of the most joyful and energetic forms in Bharatanatyam. Filled with lively rhythms, intricate footwork, and graceful movements, this piece is a celebration of dance itself. Please welcome Lasya, Meenakshi, Lasya, Charita, and Yashvita back onto stage.
Thank you.
The next devotional hymn praises Lord Rama as the embodiment of compassion, virtue, and righteousness. Through expressive abhinaya, the dancers bring to life the beauty of this beloved composition. Please welcome Swapna, and with her first time as a dancer for Mudra, Sravya.
Thank you, ladies, for that beautiful performance. Devi is a gorgeous composition that celebrates the many facets of Devi or Shakti as the embodiment of strength, compassion, and cosmic energy. Through expressive dance and precise and coordinated patterns of footwork, the choreography brings to life the shlokas that praise the goddess as the protector of the universe, the destroyer of all evil, and the source of wisdom and prosperity. The dancers will depict the profound truth of how both masculine and feminine energies are two halves of a whole. The dancers bow in spiritual surrender and reverence to the all-powerful Shakti. To bring this annual showcase to its grand finish, please welcome Mudra senior dancers Chinmay, Hamsini, Nila, and Snigdha.
यशो देहि द्विषो जहि
रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि
Thank you, girls. That was a wonderful performance. What a wonderful afternoon of dance, devotion, and celebration. Let's give everyone another huge round of applause for everyone's dedication, hard work, and beautiful performances. I now invite Guru Madhavi Srinivasan on stage to say a few words.
Can all of my students please make their way up on the stage? Thank you so much. As you saw, I am extremely proud of all my girls as they make their way up here. Thank you, Mudra, for emceeing the show so beautifully. I started her, I usually run with my legs cut off back and forth, and she did a beautiful job today helping me out and by emceeing the show. So I'd love to see you dance again with us, and we'll see. But thank you so much for emceeing the show. As always, I owe a lot of thanks to a lot of people. All my parents first, for being such a beautifully supportive Mudra family. I know I can depend on each and every one of you for support through the year. It's been such an eventful year with a lot of learning and growing. And hopefully every year these kids come on stage, you can see how much they're learning and growing, and that is because of all the support you provide at home and to me, and I am very grateful. A few parents, definitely for today. My senior parents, who I can always depend on, I just have to tell them and they do it. Vidya, Jansi, Shobha, Madhuri and Narasimha Garu, without whom every year I don't think I can put on this show. I just have to get them, and they're responsible for the YouTube live, and they do it every year with a smile, and then so many other things that they do to help out. I am very grateful. And to all my parents who make up the Mudra family. It is because of you that we can do this every year. Special mention for the moms who kind of forced me to teach them. They did not give up even when I said, oh, I don't know if I have time. Swapna and Shravya just made sure that I have classes for them. It takes courage to get back on stage when your little ones are dancing alongside. So special mention for Swapna and Shravya and Vishnu who will join us next time. To all of you, my very supportive community, you show up every time I invite you, and your enthusiastic presence, your encouraging presence is felt and appreciated, and I don't take it for granted. And so I'm very grateful to all of you for being here to support me and to support these girls year after year. And I hope you enjoyed the show today. So thank you so much for coming and spending your afternoon with us. I'm grateful to the Natkali School District as well as Shaker Middle School for providing us this beautiful venue. And fingers crossed, I hope to have it next year and the year after as well. So putting it out there. This year was also special, as Chinmay and I mentioned, because we have the apprenticeship grant that we are doing. And you'll see more and more happening. She is going to be taking a more active part in choreography and also leading the Nattavangam, and I'm hoping other senior students also follow along. So we're very excited to see how it unfolds. So thank you so much for New York State Council of the Art for giving us this grant, and New York Folklore for being our sponsor organization. We are very grateful. Thank you to my family as always. Thank you Arjun for doing the audio. Thank you the rest of my family for being here, being my support. And one more special thanks to Madhuri and Narasimha Garu. They have sponsored the snacks today as a gesture of appreciation for Chinmay getting that grant. So thank you so much. Please do collect your to-go boxes as you leave the venue after the show. With that, we will bring our annual day to, as we close it always, with everybody doing your group namaskarams. Can you give each other a little bit of space so we can do namaskaram and finish the show? Let's go. Takadimi, takajum, takadimi, takajum, takadimi, takajum, takadimi, takajum, dimi, takajum, takadimi, takajum, takadimi, takajum, takadimi, takajum, ta. Thank you.
Patangi, group photo.
Yes, please.
Can you come? Few more. Smile. Keep smiling. One more. Sorry.